doing some kind of a action of throwing ball or anything you can do, like animals, you can make it look like walking. So all this thing is possible by changing the costume. So we have already learned it little bit last class, and we did a adding of music also. So we have learned how to add a music. Now in the music also, how do you select the file, how do you add? There are two different ways of adding music. So let us see.
Let's try to add some music. For that, on top you can see there is a sound section available. You can click on the sound section and you can click on this option to choose a sound from the sound library. On top you can see there are different categories available. You can go inside each and every category and you can see how that sound works. So let's say you want to try this sound. You can click on this and see. So as of now, I want sound related to music or dance. So I am just searching for dance. So here we can see this one music. Out of this, you can select your favorite sound. So let's say I am selecting this one. Now, here in the list, we can see by default there is a pop sound. And the second sound is dance celebrate that we have selected. Now let's go back to our code section and let's click on the sound palette. In sound palette, we have two options, start sound and play sound until done. So let's understand what is the difference between these two blocks. So first we will select when green flag is clicked and then let's add the start sound block. If you click on this drop down arrow, you can see there are two musics, which is pop sound and then dance celebrate. So whatever sound you will add, that sound you can say in this list. Now let's click on the green flag. Now what is happening? The sound is done playing once, but sprites are still dancing. This should not happen. The sound should play continuously. So let's add a forever block and see what happens. Sound is not coming properly. Now let's add play sound until done block. So we will remove this and we will try to add play sound until done. Now let's click on the green. So here also we can see the sound is done playing once, but still the sprites are dancing. So we will add a forever block. Here it is happening properly. So play sound until done block will help us to play the song properly until it's done, and then only it will start playing the song again.
So here, what is the difference, everyone? Did you notice when you use start sound block inside the forever block, what happens? It is not finishing the full sound, right? It was just playing the grrr, like first note only continuously. It was not able to complete the sound, right? So what we have to use whenever you want to play the sound again and again properly, like it is going to finish the sound one full time and then it's going to repeat from the beginning. So you have to use play sound until done. Until done means what? It is going to allow the sound to finish first and then it will repeat. Understood, everyone, what is the difference between these two blocks? It's very important when you use it in the forever block.
Now we will copy the same code over here for the champ sprite. Now let's see. choice. So let's add one dance slide. We'll add this girl and let's put it somewhere here. We will try to reduce the size of this sprite as 60 and we will keep it somewhere here. 60 is too small, so we will keep it 70. Now you can copy the same part of code to other dance sprite. Now let's go to this particular sprite and we will click on the costume section, and over here we can see there are total 4 costumes. So at the beginning we can keep costume B, then C, then A and then B. So over here we will select B, A, C and then D. Now let's see how it works. So here we can see all 3 sprites are dancing properly and it's looking nice. Now if you want to add a disco-like effect, then you can click on the backdrop section and you can go to events and select when green flag is clicked. Now go to looks and from here you can select change color effect by 25. Drag this block and connect it over here. Now if you click on the drop down arrow, you can see there are so many different options are available, out of which we are going to select color option only, and we want background should change its color continuously so that it will look like a disco light. So we will go to control and we will add a forever block. So this is how your change color effect block is inside forever. Now let's click on the green flag and see how it looks. You can see it's changing its color too fast. If you want to slow down this process, then you can add some delay or some wait in between. So add wait 1 second block from control palette. So let's say I'm writing wait for 0.5 seconds. Now let's click on the green. So here we can see the backdrop is changing its color properly, and this is how we have added disco light effect.
So how to change the background color, you all understood that by using the change color effect, the 25 is the number on the color line. It is changing from like whatever number the shade, each shade is having some particular number, so it is going to change that number by 25. So it is changing the color accordingly. You can write, instead of 25 we can write any number, 5, 10, 15, whatever you want of your choice. And by giving the delay you can see it's giving a very nice lighting effect. So this is how you can make a good animation. Now let's continue next. Just a second. Any doubt till there? Anybody is having any doubt?
Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to learn more about graphic effects. Graphic effects in Scratch allows us to change the looks of our sprite without changing the sprite's costume. So here in the looks palette, we can see there is one block called as change color effect by 25. If you click on this drop down menu, we can see there are different graphic effects properties are available. These can be also applied to backdrops. So these graphic effects can be applied as a part of our code and hence become useful for creating animations or games. So let's see how each and every property works. The very first property is change color effect by 25. This code we have added for this orange cat. Now, if we click on this, we can see the cat is changing its color. Let's put some event and add when green flag is clicked or any other event of your choice. Now, if I am clicking on the green flag again and again, we can see the cat is changing its color. So let's try to put this inside a forever block and we'll see how it works. Here we can see the cat is changing its color continuously. If you want to add some delay in between, if you want to slow down the changing color effect, then you can add some wait block in between. So go to control and add a wait block. Here let's say instead of waiting 1 second, I am writing wait for 0.5 seconds. So let's see how it works. We can see the cat is changing color slowly. Instead of 0.5, if you will make it 1, then it will change the color more slowly. So this is how by increasing the delay, the process will happen little slow. The same property we can apply for backdrop also. So let's try to add a nice background picture. So let's say I am adding this flower. Now we will drag this part of code and we will copy it for our backdrop. In the backdrop, we can see the code is available. Now let's click on the green flag. Here we can see the backdrop is also changing its color continuously. So if you are making a dance party animation or any other animations or a game in which you want to add a disco light effect, then this property is useful. So here, one sprite or one costume can take 200 different color schemes. Now let's talk about the next property. So we will delete this. We will go to the sprite. We will delete the code from here also. And we will select this block again, change color effect by. Now instead of color effect, we will click on this drop down and we select the second property, which is fish eye property. So this effect or this property gives the impression of a sprite being seen through a wide angle lens. So let's see how it works. If I am clicking on green flag again and again, we can see the sprite is changing. It is really giving the impression of a sprite being seen through a wide angle lens. Now, if you want to remove this graphic effect and you want your cat to be in its original position, then we have one block called as clear graphic effects. So you can go to looks palette and you can drag this block. Now let's click on this clear graphic effects and we can see the cat is in its original position. Let's try to apply this effect to our backdrop. So we will drag this and we will put it here in the backdrop. Now we will go to control and we will add a repeat block. So we will try to repeat this effect 10 times for our backdrop. So if I am clicking on this, we can see instead of 10, let's put it 50. And let's see. So this is all about fisheye effect. Now we will clear everything. Go to backdrop and here also. So let's delete this code now. Now let's talk about the next property, which is wall. So this property or this effect twists the sprite around its center point and therefore distorting the sprite. So let's see how it works. We'll go to control and we will add some repeat block. So let's say repeat 30 times. So here we can see this sprite is twisting around its center point. Let's clear the graphic effects. We will apply the same property for our backdrop. Now we'll see how it works. Here we can see backdrop is also twisting around its center point. Now we'll clear everything. So let's talk about the next effect, which is pixelate effect. This effect pixelates your sprite. So if I'm clicking on the green flag, we can see this sprite is invisible. Instead of 30 times, let's repeat it for 5 times. Let's click on the clear graphic effects and we can see the original cat. Now let's see, we are repeating this 5 times. Here we can see this sprite is pixelating. So first we will clear this.
So everyone knows the word pixel? Yes, we all are aware about the word pixel. We have heard about the camera is like, 25 megapixel, 24 megapixel, your mobile clarity, right? So we talk about the clarity. So higher the pixel number, it is more clear, right? So here what is happening right now, original picture is obviously better. It is good clear pixel. But here by using this change pixel effect by some number, we are reducing the pixels, right? The pixels means you can see the picture is made up of small dots. When you zoom the picture, we can see the clear square of each color shade, right? So that is one pixel. So you combine many pixel and you make a very nice beautiful picture. So more the pixel, you have the nice picture. So if you reduce the pixel effect, so you can see a small square on that pixel and it gets hazy. Your picture won't be that clear. So that is a pixel word.
Now let's see how mosaic effect works. If I'm clicking on the green flag, we can see there are multiple copies of the same sprites. It's visible. So here we can see this effect shows multiple smaller images of our sprite and therefore creating a mosaic effect. So this is all about mosaic effect. Now let's see the next effect, which is brightness effect. So for this effect, the minimum value is -100 and maximum value is 100. Let's try to put both the numbers. First we will try with negative number -100. Let's see how it works. If we are selecting a minus number, we can see this sprite is turning into black. Now let's put a maximum number which is 100. And let's see, here we can see the sprite is totally white in color. Now let's try to put some middle number which is, let's say, 50. Here we can see this sprite is partially transparent. So this is how the sprite will appear entirely black at -100 and white at 100. So you can use this effect to turn day into night, and it's also great for creating lightning effects. So for example, you are making an animation related to rain, thunder, or if you want to add a lightning effect in that, then what you can do is you can select set block, set brightness effect to, let's say, 50, then wait for some time. Let's say wait for 0.2 seconds, and again you will add set brightness effect to, let's say, negative number, that is -50 or -40. You can add this inside a repeat block, repeat 10 times, and at the beginning you can put clear graphic effects. So here you can see how the cat is changing its brightness. Now let's delete this and we will talk about the next property or next effect, which is ghost effect. So this ghost effect modifies the transparency of your sprite. So here, using ghost effect, one costume or one sprite can take on 100 different transparency. Minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 100. So once the effect is set to 100, the sprite is completely transparent and cannot be seen. So let's put 100. Now if I'm clicking on green flag, we can see the sprite is completely invisible. Now the minimum value is 0. So let's put number 0, change ghost effect by 0, and we can see the sprite is completely visible. So this change effect block makes gradual changes to the visual effect that you have chosen. Now let's put this block inside a repeat loop, which will make your sprite gradually fade away until it's invisible. So we will go to control and we will add a repeat block. So let's say repeat 100 times, change ghost effect by positive 10. Let's see how it works. You can see slowly the sprite fades away. Now we'll try to change this number to a negative number, let's say negative 10, and your sprite slowly fades back in. So let's see, it's happening. So this is all about graphic effects in Scratch.
So everyone clear till here? Any doubt, anybody? So we tried a different effects, right? So we are going to use them in projects wherever you want to give your animation or you want to change any kind of a look for the appearance of the any sprite. So that's very useful, right, everyone? So everyone clear till here? Any doubt, anybody? If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand. I hope everybody is going home and doing some practice, not saying do it today immediately, but yeah, whenever in your free time on Sundays, on holidays, you can try this, right? It's very fun and it's very useful for understanding programming coding. Okay, everyone. So keep practicing. You don't have to pay anything for that software. It's free of cost and it's available on your tab, laptop, computer, whatever you have at home. Okay, so let's continue further. I guess nobody's having any doubt. So again, I'm sharing my screen.
Scratch extensions make it possible to connect projects with external hardware, sources of information on the web, or blocks allowing for more advanced functionality. They add a collection of command and reporter blocks that can be used to interact with a particular device or data source. To load an extension, click on the icon in the extreme left bottom of the screen.
So till now you can see we have used the blocks which is over here, right? Motion palette, looks palette, sound palette. So these are the blocks which is by default available. But yes, you can also add some external blocks. So you can see on the bottom side, left hand side bottom, you have the plus button over there, which is add extension. Means you can add some extra features to the Scratch software. Those who know about the Lego, you can also add the Lego blocks, Lego programming along with this Scratch software. You can program it. You have some ready-made hardware and software combination available, so you can program them also.
Here, you will see more set of commands you can add to your palette.
So you can see here there are so many different action extensions are given: music, pen palette, the video sensing, the text to speech converter, the translator. Then these down thing you can see it is along with the hardware. The first one which you see, it does not require any hardware. It is just a programming. But here you have programming plus hardware device. That means you have the, see, I'm talking about this Lego right now. So Lego device, those who have they can program using Scratch and transfer it to the Lego. You can control the Lego programmable device using the Scratch software also.
The following extensions are available with all the releases of Scratch, such as music, pen, video sensing, text-to-speech, translate, and many more. Suppose we select the pen extension. Now,
so pen is like you can write something, right? On the pen and paper, if you have, what you can do with the pen, you can write something on the paper, you can draw something. Same way here also, pen palette works exactly the same way, like you have a pen, but here you can draw with the whatever sprite you want. You can make it draw with the help of sprite.
when an extension is enabled, its blocks appear in the blocks section with the same name as the extension on your Scratch software screen, and they are color-coded green. Let's begin learning how to use the pen palette. The pen palette is mostly used in combination with the motion blocks and also the other blocks to create animations on our screen. The pen extension is a Scratch 3.0 extension allowing sprites to control their pens as well as stamp themselves onto the stage and remove all the pen marks too. They have a wide range of uses like drawing shapes, plot colored pixels, and so forth on the screen with the pen blocks. Now come, let us see how we can create beautiful animations with the help of the pen extension. For this, we will need a new sprite on our stage area. Therefore, let's delete this sprite and choose a pencil sprite for our new animation. Now, let us build or code a program. Suppose I want my pencil to move 50 steps forward whenever the green flag is clicked. For this, we will navigate to the motion palette and select the move 10 steps forward block to command the sprite to move 10 steps ahead. Now, change these 10 steps to 50 steps. We also want this block to function or work when the green flag is clicked. So let's navigate to the event palette and select when green flag is clicked. This will make sure that the program runs whenever I click this green flag. Now let's test the program. You will notice that the pencil moves forward, but it does not trace the line below. Therefore, we will need to go to the pen palette and select the pen down block and place it above the move 50 steps forward. This makes sure that the pen is ready to trace the line before moving forward. This turns the pen feature on inside the sprite. The sprite will leave pen marks on the screen wherever it moves until the pen is turned off. Now let's run our program. You will see that the pencil traces the line below. But did you also notice the line traced is not passing exactly through the center of the point? So, to make it look more perfect, we will click on the costumes next to the code and select the entire pencil and place it exactly at this point at the center. You can adjust the point of the center by looking if it looks perfect on our stage area. Make sure that the point of the pencil is exactly touching the line drawn.
So did you notice everything? What is happening over here, that whenever you take any sprite and do a line tracing thing using pen palette, what happens, it is going to draw from the center of the sprite. Why? Reason is that all the sprites are always located in this center. So when you program it to do anything, it is related to the center of the sprite. When you program it to rotate, it is rotating from the center of the sprite. So if you want something to happen, you can move your sprite position by coming to the costume part. Here you have the paint area, right? So there you can do the changes and modification in your sprite, and you can program it as per your choice. Now if you program this pencil to rotate, from which point will it rotate? From the pointer of the pencil, from the, you know what is this, lead of the pencil. It's going to rotate from that side because we have changed the center of this sprite. Understood, everyone? Let's continue.
Now let's go back to the code section and test the program again. We will do this by clicking on the green flag. Yes, this looks perfect. Now let's proceed further and put this program in the forever block. Also, let's add if on edge bounce block and test the code. Now you will see that the pencil traces the line by moving. Let's stop this program now. Suppose I want to create any pattern for this. Then I will change the direction of the pencil's angle. I will set the angle to 20 degrees and run the code.
So using if on edge bounce block, you can make the sprite bounce back. It's like when you are throwing the ball is going to bounce back when it is hitting the object. So here the sprite is bouncing back when it is touching the any of the stage edge. So when it is bouncing, it is turning 180-degree. Okay, everyone. So here by changing the direction, you can make it bounce from the different angle, because earlier it was 90-degree. So 90 minus 90, it was just going in the straight line. So if you want to give any zigzag effect, you just randomly change the direction of your choice.
Can you see that the sprite is moving in a similar pattern and also tracing the lines? Similarly, we can also change the color, shape, etc. To set one color of the pen, we will use the set pen color 2. To change color of the pen by specified value, we will use change pen color by. Let's change the pen color by value 10. The values of this ranges from 0 to 100. You will see that the color of the trace line by pencil sprite is changing continuously. Suppose you want to erase all of the lines traced by this pencil. We will stop running this program and select the erase all block. This block clearly erases all the traces of the pencil. This block is mostly used in the projects where it is needed to clear the screen before the program runs. Using this will erase all the previously made traces by pencil and begins the program on a fresh new screen which is clear. Let's test this. Moving further, change pen size by is a block which changes the size of a pencil based on the given value. And set pen size to block sets the size of the pen based on a given value. Now let's place change pen size by under the erase block. To increase the size of the pen, let's increase the value to 10. Now let's run and see what happens. You will notice the increase in the size of the pen. Now let's test set pen size to and place it under erase all and increase the number to 20. Now let's proceed further to a new program. Let's create a dashed line. To do this, we will need to use a pen up
So what is the difference between a set pen size and change pen size by value? So basically, when you say set pen size to a particular number, it is going to set to that number only. It will not keep on changing. But when you say change pen size by any number inside the forever block, if you write it, what is going to happen? Say if you are writing change pen size by number 5. So what will happen? It will start with number 5, then 10. It will increase gradually if you write it inside the forever block. And set pen size to 5 means it will fix the pen size to number 5.
And pen down blocks. We will use pen up to draw lines and pen down to stop drawing lines. To draw dashed line, we will have to put this program in a loop. That is the forever block. Move 10 steps forward, then pen up, again move 10 steps forward, again pen down, and then again move 10 steps ahead. Now let's code the same. Let's reset the value of the pen size to 1 and let's test the code. This is how we draw dashed lines with the help of pen palette extension.
So by trying these variations, you can do it pen up, pen down, however you want. So by doing this pen up and pen down, you can make the dash line. You can change the size of the dash as per your choice. Whenever you want to draw, you say pen down. And whenever you want to stop drawing, you can say pen up. So like this, you can make dash dotted line as per your requirement.
Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to learn how to draw different shapes using pen palette.
So using pen palette, we can also draw a shape by giving a command like where it has to go. It can be square, circle, triangle, whatever you want.
So if pen palette is not available over here, you can click on this option to add pen palette extension. Then you can click on this pen and this is how pen palette will get added. So first we will try to draw a square shape. For that we will go to events and we will select when green flag is clicked. Now in order to draw something, our pen has to be down. For that we will go to pen palette and we will select pen down. Now as we want to draw a square and we know square has 4 sides. So first we want to draw a straight line and then we want the pen should take a turn, exact 90-degree turn, then draw a straight line again. After that again it should take a 90-degree turn and this process should continue 4 times.
So it is time up for the day. So we'll continue next class. But anyone, any doubt so far? Any children have not understood anything? Any doubt? You can raise your hand and ask. So understood how to draw any shape using pen palette. So pen palette is not available ready-made. You have to go to extension and select the block from there. Okay, everyone? So hope you all do it in your free time. Practice on the Scratch software. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.